Gonna do some pond dipping. Gonna put all the stuff in here, show you what it is, tell you what it is, give you a little bit of information about it. So yeah, we'll just get started. I've just got a little net from the fishing store or anything. It's really easy to pick one up. It was only about a £5. And then get a washing up bowl, anything like that, anything along that sort, and you'll be sorted. I've already got a little leech. Oh, look at that. So that's the largest freshwater snail in the UK. Oh, can you see down there? We've got loads of little baby fish, little minnows down there. Probably like baby stickleback, something like that. Tiny. So yeah, that's the largest snail in the UK. The rest of these that we've already got in here. Oh, he's on the bottom. I'm not going to touch him. Well, this fella. They're just like your average freshwater snails then. But apart from these big ramshorn ones, you get lesser ones, you get greater ones. That's just the greater ones, quite large, but they do get a lot bigger. So let's see what else we can get. When you're doing it, you really want to get all along the sides, because that's where you're going to get the most of your stuff. You get everything. Oh, got a frog. Let's go. Oh, he's gone.
Oh.
It's tiny, it's only first year. Okay.
Froglet.
Little froglet, yeah. Right. You see under there his markings, he's not got a red chin, which means that it's a female. So, red chin means male. I'm actually going to put him back in the water though, because you know, he's got lungs now, he's a froglet, so he's going to need somewhere to get some dry land if he needs a bit of a breather. Don't want to be putting him in there and then he drowns, so. There we go. Okay, we've got some toad spawn. Looks like toad spawn to me, but I am not. Yeah, I just think that's toad spawn. Yeah. So, frog spawn generally will be in big piles. You're going to get it in like big clumps, as you've probably seen. Toad spawn, however, this will probably just be your average toad. It won't be natterjack toads. They live in sand dunes, all that sort of stuff, really endangered. Toad spawn clumps along leaves, as you can see here, and they do tend to release the spawn a lot later than frogs in the year, and then newts are often come in the latest. So I doubt it's newt spawn, because I've never actually seen newt spawn before, but I will check up on that and I'll let you know. If you look here now, there's stuff everywhere. We'll get a few more minnows and fish and things. Just in there you can see the little minnows, just more stickleback larvae, looks like to me. We get them in there. Even more spawn on the top. Real haven this pond, because we've already had frog spawn, and a lot of people say if you've got a pond or any pond you visit, it's either going to be run by the frogs, the toads or the newts. You never get a combination, so you're quite lucky, I think, if you get more than one species of amphibian. Let me go a bit further around, see if I can get any fish now. Nothing, just some more snails. A lot of snails in this water. One thing you want to do when you're pond dipping, just in case you have got any little fish, instead of damaging them, you want to try and keep it in the water here so the fish have still got somewhere to swim. Best thing you can do really. I'm going to go down this end because fish, believe it or not, don't want to be caught, but we're still going to do it, so they'll probably all jump down here. Got a massive frog. That's probably a second year one, that. Probably one of the mums. Got some damselflies just come around here. We have had dragonflies here before for the frog. There's been loads of dragonflies in this pond. Can't remember the exact name, I think. Called darters or something, special type. I'll leave a picture on the screen now. Massive frogs everywhere. Got me a damselfly. You see it there? Really delicate. Make sure you get a good. Frogs everywhere. One thing I'm just cautious of doing, because it's such a, all the algae sort of knits itself together, because like any plant, it's got roots with all its root hair cells on the end that takes up all the water, all the minerals, everything, and they all wrap around each other, root together like a big sheet, and that's why your dog's going to think he can walk on it, because it looks so much like grass, and I don't want to proper get in there and break it all up, because that's where a lot of the snails live. And you know, like stickleback for instance, going to use that as a hiding place. Other little creatures going to use that as a hiding place, use it as a habitat. That's where they attach their eggs, everything. So it's a really tightly knit ecosystem, proper microcosm of the ocean if you think about it. So I'll come under this side, see if I can get some stuff under here. Anything other than a load of silt. It's not good. Massive frog. Yeah, lads. Just more big snails and a really horrible smell of load of degraded leaves, which we don't enjoy too much, but gotta deal with that, haven't you? Fish. We've got some fish. Let's go. Got some more snails in there as well. You have always got a few seconds to bring the fish round. It's not like you take them out of the water and they just die and dry up. It's, you know, it's not that bad. It's more like, it's like you holding your breath when you go underwater. It's rather like that. So many little fry underneath here. I'm just going to take some of this weed out so we can see them a bit better. Or the spawn, which I think might be fish spawn, but as I said earlier, I will do a little bit of research and show you later. They love to hide, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
You see them all under there? They almost look like little blennies that you'd find in the ocean, but obviously these are freshwater. So I just wanted to tell you like a few of the things you're going to need for your pond dipping, because at the end of the day you're going to want to do this yourself, hopefully, rather than just watching me do it. That's not the most interesting thing. This fella's really keen to get out. He's climbing up the sides of the bowl. I thought his legs were for skating. Come on, mate. Get in there. Earned your freedom. So you're gonna need a massive bowl, little bowl even, any type of container, depends how much stuff you want to catch. I've just got one, washing up. Obviously I've rinsed it out thoroughly. Probably if you use distilled water, that's going to be the best. You don't want any chemicals in it, anything like that is going to harm the things that you're getting put in there. Also, just got a big net from, just gone to the fishing shop, £5, something like that. It's not too expensive. Probably going to need a pond, but I think you might have guessed that bit. And then if you don't really know all your stuff, like if you're not onto different names and things, obviously you can use Google, but if you want to be really, really cool and get some books out, then here's some good ones you can, if you want to come have a look at them. Just come zoom in. That's like a New Holland one, so proper published book. Got all your stuff in, water fleas, or if you want to call them Daphne, if you want to say the Latin. Here's all your pond snails, everything. It's got a serious guide, in-depth guide. There's a more simple one here if you want to be taking your kids doing this, or if you are a kid yourself and you have access to YouTube. So this gives you a bit more information, background information on the pond and everything. Shows you loads of great pictures, like you got some cool dragonfly darters here, everything. Going from larvae all the way up, everything like that. And then here's a book actually from the 1950s. I think it's from 56. Oh wow, it's got a whole like family web, family tree of like all the different things. You've got like water spiders at the bottom being the most advanced, along with like other arachnids. You've got like, here you go, like mites. They're all there on the arachnid sort of tree branch, and you got all the shrimps together in another branch. You got all the snails, the mollusks up here, all that good stuff. And then as you go through, you've got some great diagrams, great pictures, loads of insects in here as well. Probably going to struggle to get that, but it's pretty cool. Thought I'd share it with you. So yeah, have fun pond dipping.